Good evening. Wait, wait. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Hammer Guy Plays. Well, tonight we're going to be playing some Asphalt Legends. It's now the dawn of a new update, so it's going to be like this for 2 months, I think. And we're definitely going to explore India a lot. Some of you may have already tried it out, but I have not because I was out for half a day, give or take. So I so for those who haven't explored India yet, well, I guess you get to explore it with me. All right. All right. So I'm gonna announce a few things on my social media pages, and I will get back to you guys. All right. Copy this. Yes. Let me open my gang. Hopefully, I can speed run my announcements on my announcement page. How many steps did I do today? Holy fudge cake! I've done a total of 15,000 steps, and I burned 1,000. Wow, this is some trip. My God. Start my go live page. Oh, oh, this is new. I actually didn't notice this. This is a Yeah, this is a very new UI for the streamer dashboard here on YouTube. Interesting. Okay. Where else am I gonna announce? I gotta say, I actually really like the thumbnail that I made for this stream. That's actually a pretty good place to screenshot the that statue. I keep forgetting the name of that statue if it has a name. Uh, I think they I think they said I think according to the what is this? I think according to the I think according to the trailer they call it's Gamesh, but I think some viewers have said some commenters probably said something else or Gameshi or I'm not sure. I could be wrong. That's for sure. Okay. All right. So timer. The timer is up, so let's begin, I guess. Okay. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Hammer Guy Plays. All right. Um, this is basically the first. So this is actually one of the rare cases where actually I actually streamed literally on the day of the update, or rather the day on when the what is this? On the day when the new season actually begins, because usually I go like one one day later. Honestility. Hello, thank you for joining in. I think you were here. I think you were here like approximately last week when my previous stream. I think that's when I saw you before. All right. Thank you for joining in. It was a little close to the end. It was a little close to the end that time. So yeah. So this is a pretty interesting. This is gonna be a pretty interesting stream because there's not really much. There's not really much. Oh, hello. There's Halloween as well. All right. Thank you for joining in. Uh, this is gonna be a pretty interesting stream because this stream is gonna be centered around. This stream is definitely going to be centered around exploring India. So this is gonna be a private lobby kind of deal. Sorry about that. My allergy is kind of running, but don't worry, it's not gonna impede me from streaming, which is kind of okay. All right. So yeah. So I guess let's get started first. Wait. Interesting enough, despite my controller having a dock, yeah, despite my controller, for those who've never seen it, this is my controller. This is called the 8-bit Duo, 8-bit Duo Ultimate Controller. Though, by the way, it's gonna be private lobby focused. But don't jump the gun too early because I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna do some events first. That's for sure. Because yeah, I'm gonna be doing some events first. That's for sure. And while we do those events, we're definitely going to explore India maybe. So for those who are not familiar, this is the 8-bit Duo Ultimate 2. And the special thing about this is that this one uses the new TMR joystick controller. So there have been some people who have been telling me that I should get like a first party Xbox controller or something like that. But here's the thing. Every first party Xbox controller usually costs like $60 or $70. That's like approximately 3,000 or 3,500 pesos in my money. If you're a PC user, you're not exactly limited. If you're a PC gamer or primarily a PC gamer, you're not exactly limited to those controllers. You can always use a third-party controller because primarily you're going to be playing on Steam. Nothing is going to stop you from playing from using third-party controllers because Steam input exists. Like heck, you can even use a USB PS2 era controller. Like there's a lot of those that you can get for like 300, 400 pesos. And heck, you can even use like PS4 controllers, the last generation PS4 controllers that you can get for literally 400 pesos, or in US dollars, that is at least $8. Nothing is stopping you from getting those controllers, that's for sure. Some guys still waiting the season reset because the charger Hellcat when DS is bugged. Oh, okay. Weird. Okay. All right. As usual, I'm gonna be doing. Wait, hold on a minute. For those who are new to my stream, there's this timer that is running on the top right corner. And for those who are not exactly new to my stream, you guys know what's going on. All right. So, quick summary of the season. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Where is the? Wait. All right. Something very interesting about this controller is that, okay, let me bring it before I begin. So here's something interesting about it. I think their condition will be after getting the Hellcat. Yes. So something interesting about this controller, you're gonna notice these two switches over here. So you guys can see it over here. You can see this virtual controller over here. All right. you guys can see this virtual controller. All right. If I press, okay, if I press the triggers, this one is like a hair trigger, right? But check this out. If I switch this to this one, all right, and then I press this one, so this is the triggers. So it can go between hair trigger and linear trigger, whatever you need to. And one thing that I know is that for many controllers, if the stick doesn't drift, the triggers are usually the first one that breaks, because you're basically pressing the springs a lot of times, and unfortunately that has a duty cycle. So if you basically max out that duty cycle, you're kind of SOL. Many repair shops definitely can fix the triggers. Sorry, can fix the sticks, but not always the triggers. Yeah. So if I switch this to hair trigger, I can basically do this one. It only travels this far. So some people they're like, if they use the PS5 controller or they use the Xbox controller, because this one actually has a lip at the end, what they do is that they use the rubber. They usually tie a rubber band so that it doesn't go too far, because if it goes too far, that's the one that's going to damage the controller long term. And yeah, for a lot of people, paying $60 for a controller is not something that is not a luxury that they always have, right? They buy a console, and then they buy a console, or a console gets given to them as a gift, and then many years down the line, they have to buy another controller, which is like $60. Unfortunately, that is not money that they always have. So anyway, wait, hold on. Let me change a few things first. So Summer Harvest, round 1. Wait. Turbo Flow is classic slipstream. Oh, wait, quick report on, so this is my, wait, hold on. We're gonna do the seasonal events first. This is my entire roster of cars. This is my entire roster of cars that I unlocked. Yeah, this is my entire roster of cars that I have unlocked in the previous season. So I did unlock the M Hybrid. And unfortunately, I did not win the top 3 in, this is T3 by the way, this is T3. I did not win, unfortunately, because I skipped one day. Because if I didn't skip one day, I could have hit 3rd place. But the awesome thing here is that I hit 4th place. 4th place, if you're 4th place and you get 15 GP key packs, you're basically guaranteed to get the key. So recently they exposed what is the chances that the key will drop from a pack. And they revealed that it's supposed to be 8%. If you're going to crunch the numbers, 8% is actually 12.5. You need 12.5 packs to get 1 key. Yeah, you need 12.5 packs to get 1 key, which means that you can get you're basically guaranteed if you're not in the top 3 in tier 5, in tier 3, you can basically be safe anywhere between 4 and 5, 4 or 5th place. Now, obviously, you can't. Obviously, the smart thing to do is just land in a position where you don't have to worry about the gacha mechanics. That's for sure. But obviously, By the time that you reach tier 3 and tier 4, you're gonna encounter plenty of whales. Not aliens though, whales. There's more aliens in T5, unfortunately. So yeah. So let's get started with the seasonal events. We got the FF0. This is seasonal revving. I did a few already. I think for all of these, no, wait. For the Mustang FD, I have 3 stars. For the B95, I have this at 2 stars. I just didn't upgrade yet. Alright. So for Koenigsegg 1, I think I have this at 2 stars. Okay, nice. Hello, Greenland. Is this Escape the Lava? Okay, it's Escape the Lava. Let's go. Oh yeah, something interesting about the GP key packs. So I got 15 GP key packs, and I got 2 keys. Yup, that's right. I got 2 keys instead of just 1. One. Got him. Perform 5 jumps. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Look at this, guys. Here's something very weird. There have been several cases in which they say if you have wild cards, that would definitely help a lot in Drive Syndicate. Like in the Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 of Drive Syndicate. Here's the thing. In Drive Syndicate, the Chapter 2 car is usually a Class C car. The Chapter 3 car is usually another Class C car, either Class C or Class B car. Look at this. The game is very eager to give D-Class wildcards, 1-star D-Class wildcards. But for 1-star C-Class wildcards, they almost never give it. Now, okay. If you're a Legend Pass player, whether you buy the Legend Pass frequently, this is, by the way, a new design for the Legend Pass. Whether you buy the Legend Pass frequently or not, oh, there's a claim. Okay. Whether you buy the Legend Pass or not, look at this. Tier 5, 1-star D-Class, you get 2. Okay? What's the next one? Tier 9, 2-star D-Class, you get 2. What's next? 2-star C-Class. Where's the 1-star? That's the neat part. They don't. They just don't give 1-star B. They don't give 1-star C-Class, and they don't give 1-star B-Class. Look at this. This is 2-star C-Class, and then this is 2-star B-Class. There's no 1-star B-Class or 1-star C-Class. They almost never give it. This is like the Legend Pass is like the Legend Pass, whether you buy the Legend Pass or not, is like the surest place where you can get wild cards. Yeah, this is like the surest place where you can get wild cards. And even on the Legend Pass, look, 3 2-star B class. They're never going to give you 1-star B class for the simple reason that you're probably going to use it to barrel through. That you're probably going to use it to barrel through Drive Syndicate. So that's reason number 1. That's problem number 1. They almost, like, I guess the most reliable place to do it is here on the sponsorships. That's where I get most of mine. But they drop so rare that it's one of those unicorn BS as well. Which you're probably going to need more right now because, interesting enough, you'd be surprised that most of the Drive Syndicate cars these days are usually like 4-star, like C-class rare cars. So the Jaguar XKRS GT, you got the Servolt from the previous Drive Syndicate. What else? The Celine S1 is a prominent one as well. Was the XR 15? No. There's the Mercedes-Benz show car. It's usually C-class cars. Yeah. It's usually C-class cars that they feature for Chapter 2 of Drive Syndicate. They almost never feature rare D-class cars. The last time that they did was obviously the Hyundai one. This was the last time that they featured it. But then again, you can also barrel through you can basically steamroll Chapter 2 of Drive Syndicate 12 that featured the Hyundai if you buy the Legend Pass. Now because I have like an abundance of wild cards for D-class, I can basically clear that really easily. But for C-class, they almost never give 1-star C-class cars. They give 2-star C-class wild cards, that's for sure. Like, look at this. I have I'm basically maxed on my C-class cars. But on 1-star D-class, C-class, and B-class, almost none. And the worst part is that you will notice that in recent memory, so Chapter 2 is like C-class cars. It's always rare cars. So 4-star. This is the first time in Drive Syndicate history that they featured a Chapter 2 car that is 5 stars. Now, obviously, I wouldn't exactly say that this is going to be very difficult because, remember, they reduced the requirements to unlock a new car. But you need a total of 55. You need a total of 55. Yeah, you need a total of 55. 55 blueprints to get to 3 stars for this one. So the requirement to unlock this car is much easier, but to get this car to maximum or getting this car to the next star is actually a little more difficult. I mean, they've done that since Korean season, Korean spring. You'll only have to unlock it. Okay. Rakesh, thank you for joining in. I've seen some of your posts. It's possible that they copy paste the structure of Chapter 2 and you're only going to need it at 2 stars. Because it's going to be like 4 parts, possibly. Because this is like the first time that they did an epic C-class car. I mean, I remember the time. Oh, wait. Chapter 3 was the Monza. Chapter 3 is usually an epic car. The Monza is a 4-star car. So what ended up was that Part 4, you need a minimum of 2 stars and a maximum of 4 stars. But Part 5, they just copied the requirements. So you basically need the Monza only at 2 stars. Yeah, you basically need the Monza for 2 stars for 3 parts of the for like 4 parts of the chapter. So basically you get one extra part of that chapter where it's basically free money, free syndicate coins that you don't have to spend, which is great. I mean, that was Korean Spring Season. That was like the most free-to-play. That was like the most free-to-play friendly Drive Syndicate so far. Unfortunately, I was one of those unlucky assholes that did not complete that one. Because definitely at that time, the blocker for me was the LVN. I reached 3 stars with the LVN, but come on, 40. The requirements is 40 to get the 2 stars, 45 to get the 3 stars, 60 to get the 4 stars. Oh my god, yeah. So this car for me was the blocker. So unless you paid extra blueprints or you got really lucky in the gacha packs for this car in the Syndicate store, yeah, you will not be able to get the Striker. Yeah, the Striker was like the closest Drive Syndicate car that I ever won in Drive Syndicate. But unfortunately, it's not my first Drive Syndicate car. Unfortunately, that would definitely go to the remap Nevera, which I unlocked via last season. So there's that. And another thing, okay, so I keep mentioning the Class C cars, right? So they always feature Class C cars for Chapter 2. Chapter 4, something you guys may have noticed. What are some of the... Today the DS started, it was up for like 15 minutes before they took down the event. But by that time, I was able to... Oh, damn. Well, you guys are lucky assholes. Because I was still outside and I could not start Drive Syndicate. So, you guys got a head start over me. So, good for you guys that you don't have to spend that much on... Oh, wait! Oh, so that means... No. That's why you said it's up to 2 stars. Because you guys saw the requirements. But it's possible number 1, they took it down because it's supposed to go up Tuesday, not today, according to the season calendar. Number 2, I think they're supposed to adjust it. It's either they took it down to adjust it or it's just out of schedule. Number 1 is that it's definitely out of schedule. It's supposed to go up Tuesday. But it's possible they're going to adjust. The bad thing is that they're possibly going to adjust it for 3 stars minimum, which is going to be bad. But I guess since you guys got a head start, I guess that's not really much of a problem anymore if it does drop. So there's that. Chapter 4 Drive Syndicate cars, something that you guys may have noticed. Where is it? What is a Chapter 4 car? Yeah, it was out of schedule. What is a Chapter 4 car? Oh, okay. The Reventon was featured as a Chapter 4 car during Festive Sparks. Sorry, Future Sparks. The one with the devil. You know what else was featured as... a Drive Syndicate car? The SCV-12. And this one is a... Yeah, this one is also a key car. Now Drive Syndicate 12 featured a different car for Chapter 4. That was the Per Italia Berlinetta. Where is it? Damn, I can't find... Okay, here it is. The Per Italia Berlinetta was definitely a Chapter 4 car. It's like the only key car so far that hasn't been a key car in recent memory. Now, the Solus GT is currently the next key car for... Wait, what? Oh, I just didn't upgrade it. Okay. The Solus GT is going to be the next Chapter 4 car. And for those who are not aware, or who haven't looked at this car in a while, this is also a key car. So you guys know why they keep featuring key cars now? Because here's the thing. People have been hoarding B-class cars because Chapter 4 is usually a big blocker for them. For many of the younger players, Chapter 4 is usually a big blocker for them, not Chapter 5. For a lot of people, they definitely hoarded their B-class cars as well. Like, I'm not even kidding. They probably hoarded their B-class wildcards. But here's the thing. Oh, you got it at Grand Prix. Nice. But here's the thing. You can't use wildcards on key cars. Or rather, you can't use wildcards on key cars that you don't own. So that's why usually you need 3 stars to get there, and we're getting a lot of 2-star wildcards a lot. 2-star B-class wildcards a lot. So they usually give out key cars specifically to block people from getting this one. I guess there's one. Was that the Asfane? Where is it? Interesting enough, the Asfane was like the only Chapter 4 car that wasn't a B-class car. This was like the first A-class car in Chapter 4. Because right after that, it's going to... Yeah, because right after this, it's going to be the... Right after this, the McLaren Sabre was the one... And rank-wise, this is worse. It's like, it's so weird. Like, the Sabre is like usually a blocker car. However, I would make the argument that the Aurora Agile is actually a car that you would want to own. Because it's not a blocker car. Like, it doesn't exist just to block you. It's like, if you finish Chapter 5 in the next DS that's coming, that already came for some of you guys who actually took advantage of it, I would say this is a car that is actually worth owning. Even if you don't complete Chapter 5. Like, if you guys are not whales, of course. Like, look at this. Look at the rank. 3,200. You guys remember what this rank is? This is the stock rank for the Mistral. So, MP2 sandbaggers, anyone? Anyone? Yeah, anyway, okay. Alright, okay, I think I'm already done yapping, unfortunately, so let's get back to it. Seasonal revving, okay. That was a lot of yapping. Oh, wait a minute. Did you guys notice something weird about the new UI? Oh my god. If you're using if you're a keyboard mouse user, or a touch user, the new UI is going to drive you nuts. Yeah, sorry about that. I guess that's actually a problem with ADHD people, unfortunately. They accidentally lose track of time when they yap. Many of my streams are usually 2 hours. I usually end up with 1 hour if I yap too much. I guess that's also another reason why I couldn't get my first long form video in a while recorded. Wait, this is a 1-minute track. Okay. Alright, that's a lot of money. Wait, do I get... Oh, nice, nice. Quick note, by the way, I do own this car. Unfortunately, not... I do own this car, unfortunately. And fortunately, I did not... Oh, Apollo Blue, thank you for joining in. I normally don't stream at this time of the day, but then again, it's because I came home a little late. But nice to see you here. I do own this car, unfortunately. And fortunately, I was able to unlock this car outside of that Imposter Drive Syndicate event. You guys remember those? Right? For those who are too young, there's an Imposter Drive Syndicate event that goes by the name the FF0 Road Test. Your rage bait anyone in your site available, sis. I'm gonna have to assume that that's to honestility. Okay. Every time this event shows up, my god, there's so many people. The road test, like, don't get me wrong. Or, don't lie to me. when you guys saw the format of the road test is basically Drive Syndicate. It's basically Drive Syndicate Lite. Like if you guys are gonna look at the objectives, they're just copy pasted from Drive Syndicate, and you're only going to get through chapter 1. Chapter 2 is like the paywall chapter for every road test. All right, last one. Get rage baited. Yeah, there's also a road test version of this car that they recently just hid it from the garage as of recently. You know, it took me a while to realize that Pininfarina is supposed to... Okay. I don't know what country is Pininfarina based on, but even outside of the language context, you may actually have noticed that Pininfarina... What the heck is that jump? You guys may have noticed that the context behind the name Pininfarina is that it's supposed to sound like pinnacle. I didn't realize it. Or maybe the word Pininfarina is actually based on the word pinnacle in that country's language. I'm not sure. Did you get today's Christmas gift? Not yet. I have not started the Morsi Evo SE. I'm not gonna get it because I only have 25 out of 85. The reason why I actually have that car, the FF0, is actually because it was featured late. When they basically discontinued the road test event, it was featured in an Unleashed event. And then on that Unleashed event, I was able to unlock the car. Should make a closed top version of the P95. Yeah, maybe. Alright. So I have this car at 5 stars. Wait, this one gives 4 blueprints. Sorry, 4 epics. Tiny. Okay, this might be another yap session. 5 uncommon nitro. This is going to be another yap session. Look at this. Look at this. Let me look for a card. Okay, look at this. Alright? You're going to, let's say, for example, you're going to upgrade this car. You're going to upgrade the car. That's not the upgrade button. What did they do? You're going to instinctively press the upgrade button, which is over here on the bottom at the edge. No, that's not the upgrade button. That's the customization button. You son of a... I want to upgrade the car. If you're on console, this is probably not a problem for you because you can probably just... Oh. Wait. No, it's also going to be a problem. No. If you're a... Yes. This is going to screw up everyone's muscle memory. If you're a non-controller user and you interact with this game via touchscreen or via keyboard mouse, and if you're using keyboard mouse, if you're using keyboard, you're most likely using your mouse to get around, right? So you're usually you're gonna so there's an option, of course, that you can click on the performance directly so that you can access it, right? But sometimes you're gonna instinctively click this one at the edge. This is not the upgrade button. They swapped the upgrade button with the customization button. You son of a... Okay. everybody knows that this is supposed to be the upgrade button. It's not the upgrade button now. Yes. Well, if you have tried to upgrade your car recently, then yes, you're gonna know. Yes. No. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna try to access the garage as a console player because I'm using on a controller anyway, right? Right? So the way to if you're on console, the way to do it is you press the right stick and to reach this one, which is normal because no. Because if you're navigating to this, you might accidentally go up. So like if you're navigating through the menus like this, like if you're in garage, you might accidentally go up when you didn't need to. Like for example, when you're scrolling up and down, right? You might accidentally go through. Oh no, this is how you're gonna do it. If you go to career, all right. If you go to career, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna scroll up like this. What's gonna happen is that when you're at the top, you're accidentally going to press the top bar. So to prevent people from accidentally pressing the top bar, they lock the top bar for console people by pressing the right stick, right? So, oh hello Extreme ALU, thank you for joining, and Ahmed as well. All right, let's try to access the upgrade button. Let's go to a car that I have that have a pending upgrade. Let's go to the SPJ Roadster. Oh, it focuses on the upgrade for. Okay, wait. What about the car that doesn't? Let's say, for example, you want to go to a car without upgrades. F8. If you're on a controller, it automatically focuses the upgrade button and not the customization button. So for console users or controller users, they have it easy. They don't have to click this. But if they click this, they're most likely going to click this one because that's what people are looking for when they try to access a car via garage. Like they want to upgrade. It's not the upgrade button. You son of a. Okay. All right. So, all right. There's her massive rant for the day. I'm gonna stop now. All right. Well, at least this one's blocked. Okay, which is good. Wait. Oh. No, wait, I don't have any? Darn it. I thought I had it. I had one. Okay, wait. For real, I was confused after they changed it. Yes. F-Steam calculator moment guy. In DS, I will unlock my 170 car. You are not Sigma, Ahmed. Okay, how many epics am I missing? This is 2, that's 4, and then I have one more. Oh, the game knows that I'm missing one. Okay, because the game gives me. Okay, wait. This one is going to give me 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 57 seconds. Holy crap. Okay, this one's gonna give me 4. But I'm gonna be so tight with credits right now. And this one doesn't give me any credit. Is this gonna give me any credits? Oh, it does give me. Wow, this is a credits dump. Damn. Okay. You know what? Let's do it. Oh, this. Wait, what? No, wait, no. The ZR1 Evo event gives. No, it gives tuning tickets. It gives tuning tickets. What? Oh, it has Christmas decor. Nice. Oh, nice. They actually put Christmas decor on Buenos. Nice. Oh yeah, you came earlier. Well, I'm greeting you for. I'm greeting you as a live viewer, just so you know. That's why. These S turns. The dreaded S turns that you're probably going to encounter in Gauntlet, especially with La Boca. Oh wait, there it is. Okay, so in my second run, I'm gonna go there. Hey, at least it's fixed. Yeah, I saw it a while ago. Don't worry about it. Right. Oh, okay, so that's actually interesting. This one says max blueprint, so that means this one shouldn't drop anymore. But since this is the only blueprint, and my car's already maxed, if they're forced to drop, because you guys know here in the store, in the limited time packs, if you already emptied the featured cars, it's not gonna drop anymore, right? If you emptied all the featured cars in that list, they're just gonna disappear the pack, right? Now, if they're still forced to actually give the pack, it's still gonna exist. They're just gonna drop it normally as like normal drops, which makes sense. How is this thing performance max evo? I do not know yet because my car is not max evo yet. I even have, actually, to be fair, I haven't even golded this car yet, so there's that. As a garage maxer, you guys probably know already that rare upgrades is like the best option in order for you to get EXP. Yeah, rare upgrades is more often than not, with the exception of one car rarity, rare upgrades is usually the best way to gain EXP. Right? So the general rule here is that it's rare upgrades for EXP. More often than not, uncommon parts is like the worst way to get EXP. But more often than not, it's like the best way to get performance. So, uncommon for performance, rare for EXP. And the good thing about this is that because this one costs like half the cost of a rare part, you can just leave it. You can just leave it for later. And then when you need the car for competitive reasons, you can just simply upgrade it, no problem. Because anyway, it's cheap. Well, relatively speaking, kinda. Nice. I don't think I'm gonna evo this. There's a chance I'm not gonna evo this because I don't have enough credits, unfortunately. The drop rates in those card packs is bad. I'm in 4 stars, and I got like 3 BP in 5 races. Oh damn. Yeah. I remember last season, the SF9... Last season? No, 2 seasons ago. The SF90 drops were like insane. I went from 4 stars to 6 stars in just one go. And I didn't even buy any... And I didn't even buy in the Legend Store. So when I got the card to 6 stars, like gold max, so that I can get it to Evo, I reached level 55. Which unlocks the SF90 in the Legend Store. Well, I guess I don't need it anymore. Yeah, that basically shows you that the Legend Store is actually the biggest scam in the game. It took me over a year to get blueprints for the Valhalla. 50-something blueprints for the Valhalla. And then I took almost 1,500 tokens to get 24 of those. Yeah, that felt That felt like the Legend Store is a scam. Where's DS? Okay, again. DS is supposed to show Tuesday. They launched it by accident today. Yeah. To be honest, yeah, that's fair. But I guess what the really dumb thing about the Legend Store right now is that there's so many of these new players that get swamped with like so many of these cars, and they have so little credits to actually spend upgrades on it. Like, I get it. It helps the newer players get up to speed. It helps newer players get up to speed with the older players. But then again, when you consider that you only get like 4.4 million every 2 weeks at most, easy 4.4 million every 2 weeks. What do I get? Oh, nice. Nice. Level 60 is for frigging Cian when you unlock it at level 16. No, yeah, about that. You guys can check out one of my videos on the channel. Yeah, you guys can check out one of my videos on the channel where yeah, you guys can check out one of my videos on the channel. It goes by the name Cian FKP Showroom Stages 16 to 22. The reason why I have that video is because it's actually secretly a walkthrough video. Well, it's not exactly a walkthrough video, but if you click the description, it actually tells you how to properly walk through the event. Now, technically speaking, where is it? Technically speaking, you can play the max out event all the way until stage 5, and then play it over and over again. No problem. But if you want that decal, the decal run is very, very maddening for me. Well, it was before autoplay existed. But unfortunately, I didn't have autoplay back then, so I had to finish this event the hard way. And oh yeah, VIP didn't exist last year, so there's also that one. So I had to do this the really, really hard way, where every car there is an Epic 6 car, which means I only had 3 fuel. How are you going to complete 50 conditions in the first stage with a car that takes 6 hours to refill, and it's only 3 fuel? Yeah, good luck with that. If you have no access to ads, or you have no Legend Pass, yeah, good luck with that. But if you do have access to ads, well, maybe at least you have a chance. And I basically lost 2 weeks of... I think I lost like 2 weeks of my sanity to get the... Well, you technically don't need to waste 2 weeks of your sanity to get the CN. But I did waste two weeks of my sanity to actually get the decal. I might actually need to update that description, unfortunately. Or fortunately? I'm not sure. Oh well, anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna do one more race before... Yeah. So, actually, that's actually a good question. I'll let you guys weigh the odds. 2 weeks of your life or level 60? Sorry. Level 60 or 2 weeks worth of your sanity? You guys weigh the option. Insanely healthy Asphalt Legends player people. So you guys yeah, you guys decide, or you guys weigh the odds. Likewise, I will also mention this one. Why do I have this card 5 stars and not 6 stars? And why is it not upgraded? Well, yeah. Yeah, because I bought this car. But then... You need 5 cars for... Okay, you need 5 cars for the CN event, for the CN showroom. I call them the 385 Club. I call them the 385 Club because all of the cars there are they have a top speed of around 385 kilometers. So you need the W12 coupe. Yeah. No. You don't need them at max, technically speaking. Yeah, you don't need them at max. But if you want to complete the event from... If you want to do the decal run, where you complete the event from start to finish, you kind of need them at 5 stars, and then you're going to naturally earn blueprints for those cars. Yeah, you're going to earn those blueprints for those cars naturally as you go through the event. Now, of course, if you want to increase your odds and you don't want to spend like a crap ton of credits, because come on, these are Epic 6 cars. Yeah, you have to max them out first, and you only have 2 weeks to do it. So you got the W12. What else? The 570S. Where's the 570S? Yeah, you got the 570S. I got to level 60 about 60 hours ago, and guess what? 35 packs to Cian turned into train. Damn. Well, at least you have access to the Jaguar TWR now, kinda. Yeah, so you got the 570S. Where's the Genti? The Genti is the... If this was before Asphalt Legends Unite, the Genti is basically impossible to find. Because remember, the Genti was like the first Starway car that they introduced in Asphalt Legends Unite. This car is basically a unicorn. I could not complete the Cian because I cannot find blueprints for this car. So when I was 5 blueprints away from getting this car to max, I basically took the plunge and then I started the event. Because I know that the support car's card pack is going to show up. So we got the 570S and the Genti. And then one other car that you're going to need is the Veneno. Here's something interesting. You can start the Cian showroom. And then, okay. You know where's the Veneno here? The Veneno... The Veneno can be found here. Well, not here, but the Veneno can be found here. Yeah, so you can unlock the Veneno for free using the Raging Bull season. No. Actually, no. If you complete all of these career seasons, you're going to unlock the Veneno. But then, where are you gonna get blueprints for it? Okay, yeah, that's the thing. Because Dupe's block now exists. Remember, what's gonna happen is that the support cars is gonna show up here, and because this one belongs to the time limited packs, you can basically use that event to basically farm for more. You can basically use that event to farm for the what is this? To farm for the Veneno and the Genti. That is the easiest place that you can get cards for the Veneno and the Genti. Because chances are, when you start that car at level 8, if you start that showroom at level 18, yeah, at level 18, you don't have those cars maxed, which is good. When the Cian was still in Platinum 1, that was like my go-to car. One of my go-to cars. It's not my go-to car for sure, but it's one of my go-to cars. Oh. It's like the last... What is this? It's like the last... It's like the last agility car that you're going to unlock before the other agility cars. Which MP will you do? I'm probably gonna do a little bit of MP2 before I start private lobby. So I'm gonna do this one more race and then we're gonna do a stretch break. And if you guys haven't subscribed, please do. The heck? Asphalt physics moment. Unfortunately, it's like I would say that the... Yes, guys might say that the Cian gets outclassed a lot, and that's primarily because the Cian is primarily an agility car. It's a fast agility car before the SF90 got evoed. It has a top speed of 393, which is kind of weird because this is the Cian FKP showroom is like the 385 club. All of the cars there has a top speed of 385, or give or take around that one. The Genti is like 383, the Veneno is 385, the W12 is 385, and the Cian is 383. But because that car is a hybrid, you can use Perfect Nitro and then you can rocket the car to 393. The Locust is also an agility car. Yeah, I also noticed that. So if you do have access to it, it's like the first agility car that you're going to get your hands on that's actually competitive in Platinum. Because remember, what are the first car as a free player? When is it coming? It's very close to the end of the year. If you're a free-to-play player, the first S-Class car that you're going to get your hands on is obviously the Veneno. That's for sure. And I wouldn't exactly consider this as a agility car, although it's a very slow one. The first one that you're probably going to get your hands on is most likely the Ego. But you guys know where this car is. It's in Plat. It's not even in Plat. I think it's in Gold 1. But in Platinum, the first car for most free-to-play players, if you want to reach Platinum, the first car that you're most likely going to get is probably this one. Again, if you're gonna ignore special event, like if you guys aren't whale enough to actually spend on special events or something like that, chances are this is gonna be the first car that you're going to get your hands on that's legitimately competitive in Platinum. Yeah. Wait, what are the Platinum 3 cars right now? Platinum 3, damn it, give me. We meet again, pay to win car. Well, if you're old enough to get that reference, you'll know. Platinum 4, of course the Tech Rose is there. Platinum 3, SF90. Oh, we got the Valhalla. I haven't upgraded this? Weird. Okay. Platinum 2. Okay, so Platinum 2, the Cian is not here yet. Or it's not here in this round. However, of course the Ultima's here. Ultima, Speedtail. Oh yeah, I guess if there's a Starway, one of the first cards that you're going to get the 5 stars is probably going to be the Speedtail as well. So there's that. Who the wait, VIP 15? Oh yeah, yes. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, so you guys remember the reference. In my money in A8, this is basically the equivalent to spending $500,000 pesos, or rather $10,000. So the only way that people get their hands on this car back in A8 is that if they're probably an influencer that plays A8, then they're gonna be gifted the car like by Gameloft. Pay to win car, and even until now for me, it's still a pay to win car because I don't even have this car. So, yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah. So I guess we're gonna watch that later. Or rather, probably within right now. So, no, I don't want you here. Wait. What car should I be using? Oh yeah, I woke up in a Bugatti, but not a Bugatti. You guys know that meme? I woke up in a Bugatti, but not really a Bugatti. Because for some reason, I checked I checked my garage. Surprise, surprise. I have the CCXR at 3 stars. Where did I get this? Where did I get blueprints for this thing? Oh. Who's this? That is a weird name. But either way, but I'm not gonna judge. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, thank you for joining in. Hey, I let Stream Elements do that, alright? But that is a weird name, but doesn't matter. Thank you for joining in. Alright. Thank you for the subscribe. Alright. Subscribe. Okay. GTA stands for Gran Turismo. Why did I read that as alert allergy? Dang it. Alegerita. Alright. Yeah, I have a good... Yeah, I know. Okay, so I asked in the Discord server where did I get packs for this car. So the CCXR was featured in the European season 2 years ago. Yeah. The CCXR was featured in the European season 2 years ago. I now remember because of this car. You guys remember, for some of you who are like at least 3 years old in this game, you guys remember when seasonal events were basically paywalled by Legend Pass cars? Like basically you can play the event up to 75% or 80% of the way, but if you want to actually complete the event and get the key to the car or unlock the car, you need to buy the Legend Pass car because some of the conditions are paywalled because you need the specific Legend Pass car, right? I now remember this event. Stage 1 of that event requires you, stage 1 of that event is the Aston Martin Victor. Right? Like the Sitimo, Torodion, and Aljani. Yes, correct. Stage 1 of that event features the Aston Martin Victor. You know what's weird about that one? The paywall condition, which requires this car, oh my god. 3 knockdowns with the KTM crossbow. Think about that. So that stage 1 is like the Aston Martin Victor. So all of your opponents are Aston Martin Victor. You need to get 3 knockdowns with this car. Think about it. And it required some gold cars, yes. So unfortunately, even if you did pay for the Legend Pass of that season, there's no guarantee that you're going to unlock that car either. Right? So for me, it is a massive miracle back then. It is a massive miracle back then that I was able to unlock this car. This car was not paywalled. Like I would say British Tour was one of the best seasons so far. Because I unlocked this car at 3 stars. Actually, no, sorry. It was 2 stars. But the fact that I was even able to unlock this car with a key before the special hunt is actually something amazing. Wait, was it 2 stars? No, it was 3 stars. Yeah. So yeah, there was that. The reason why is because like there were many events that were leading up to the Ultima SE, which requires you to actually use all of the cars. Which all of the cars that season was basically given for free. Well, except for 2 cars. The Bentley is technically not the Bentley and the Jaguar is technically not paywalled It's just that the Jaguar, you need to participate in the Grand Prix to get the key. However, you don't need to own the car. You can technically use the car free try in that SE, and you can complete all the conditions in that stage if the car's at 3 stars. And it's the same case for the Bentley GT3. The Bentley GT3 only required that car to be at 3 stars. So, at that point, there was a gacha pack that was available that featured all of the cars so that you can basically catch up. I spent some amount of gacha packs and I was able to get the Jaguar race car to 3 stars. And I was able to get the Bentley GT3 also to 3 stars. And because of that, I was able to unlock the Ultima. No pay to win. Well, unless you actually paid for tokens, but yeah. Using a stock. You mad lad. Okay. Anyway, so okay, that was some insane yapping that I've done. Wait, hold on. Let me check a few things. So I'm currently 553 subscribers. Holy crap. So 551 is 3 plus 2, 50. Okay. So for those who are not familiar with my stream, what I typically do is that I would typically every 40 minutes, it's already more than 40 minutes, unfortunately, because of my yapping. Milk the Bev, hello, thank you for joining in. So every 40 minutes, I would take a break. And usually I would take a stretch break. I use up to 6.3 tokens to get the car to get the ultimate to 2 stars. Damn. 200 kph versus 511 from the Chimera. Nice. So I would typically take a break and perform 10 jumping jacks. But since there are 5 new subscribers in this, since there are 5 new subscribers right now, I'm gonna do 50 jumping jacks. And there are 5 guys who give me a like, so I'm gonna also do 30 running plates. Alright. So this is, for those who are not familiar, this is a 4.5 kilogram weight. And this is 10 pounds for you Americans there. Can you look at the OC showcase? Sure, I will get to that later on. Alright. So I'm gonna do 50 jumping jacks, alright? Stop blurring my face. Okay. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. Okay. The screen is smaller than the face cam. Don't worry about it. 5 likes. 5 times 5 is 25 plus 5. 30k. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Okay. So for the new subscribers, thank you for subscribe, and for the guys who dropped the like, thank you for that as well. All right, that's gonna help a lot. All right, so let's actually, you know what? Yeah, let's. His punch would feel like a hammer. Probably not. That could probably happen because I am a little bit on the heavier side as an Asian. So we're gonna pause the special events for now and jump to the daily events. Oh yeah, it is a BMW, so that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense. It's congruent with their design. Blue, cyan, red, and then white. Yeah, that's common BMW colors. I don't think you nitro punch. I think you nitro hammer. Well, good one. I have a physics paper tomorrow. It will be possible to study the whole thing watching you stream. Why does this look so dumb? What is your favorite card in the game? Okay. Can you study the whole thing? Can you study the whole thing while watching you stream? I'm not sure about that. Maybe listening to my voice is therapeutic, but unfortunately, I have a lot of, I do rage quite often in this stream, so that's probably going to drive up your heart rate. That's obviously not conducive to studying, unfortunately. All right, Rakesh, what is your favorite looking car in the game? Favorite looking car? In terms of aesthetics, probably the... If you're gonna ask me based on... Damn it, it disconnected. If you're gonna ask me specifically on... It's only a 15-minute test. Okay. If you're gonna ask me based on aesthetics alone, like in terms of looks, favorite looking car... I actually haven't thought of that. When you think about, yeah, I actually haven't thought of that. Like of all these supercars, which one is like the most superest of the supercars? I do have an answer to that. I think it's probably this one. If you're gonna ask me aesthetics wise. Yeah. If you're going to ask aesthetics wise, it's probably the CN FKP. So that is with or without the decal. Though I actually don't like this olive color. I don't like this olive color. I would still prefer yellow. Not this yellow. This is our family car's yellow. I don't like that. I don't like that yellow on a Lamborghini. That's the Lamborghini yellow. Yeah. If you're gonna ask me based on aesthetics, it's definitely this one. But of course, but if it's not yellow, I actually still like this one because, hey, I'm not sure what language it is, but CN means lightning. I prefer the Revuelto's looks over the CN. Yeah, but the CN, there's a recognition. My second best in terms of aesthetics is probably Apollo. I guess, shout out to Apollo Blue, I guess. Oh, hello, Scribbles. Thank you for joining in. I simp for the 488 Evo. I'm not sure if Apollo Blue is still in the chat, but I guess the Apollo would be the second best looking car for me. And then of course number 3. Yeah, you'd be surprised that number 3 aesthetics wise is not my favorite. No, wait. Why does the wait. With the decal, okay, I prefer the Apollo Intenza. But if you're gonna ask me without the decal, it's probably the Apollo Evo. Because when you think about it, the Apollo Evo is basically the Apollo Intenza, but more. Yeah. So I would say it's a tie between... Number 2 is a tie between the Apollo Intenza and the Apollo Evo. Depending on which one has a decal or not. But of course, you guys definitely know what is my number 3. I'm the biggest simp for this kind of EV. No, not this EV. This one. Alright? So this one would be my number 3. I'd say this one actually looks good. I'd say this one looks good with or without a decal. But then I would prefer the decal because that's the only one that still has the trim. So, yeah. Alright, so I think I'm forgetting something. Hold on a minute. Counting Ferraris. Counting the money. Let me see. Why am I singing that? What cartoon did what cartoon did that come from? I forgot. Okay. Oh, why the ham? Thank you for joining in, but I'm guessing that emote means see ya, so I guess thank you for so thank you for that. Look at it from the front side profile except for the front wheel. Wait, what are you talking about? The 488 Evo. Revuelto looks better. Favorite looking car is probably the Racer. It looks like a freaking fork and Heat Devil. Look at it from the front side profile except the front wheel fenders. It's basically a fighter jet. Not to be rude, but you look like a physics nerd. Are you one though? Well, yeah, I might look like a physics nerd, but more realistically speaking, in the context of Asphalt, I'm the what is this? You can call me Asphalt's number one garage maxer in the game. Because you guys can see that I'm currently garage level 56. And this is my EXP. Oh, in context, I reached level 56 20 days ago, so if you're gonna do some quick math, that is like 100,000 EXP a day. Yeah. For those who joined me last week, yeah, you guys definitely know that I'm that number cruncher guy. Wait a minute. You're talking about a car that looks like a fighter jet? I know which one. This one? This car looks like a fighter jet. Are you talking about this one? Or is it the Racer? Or is it the Racer Tartar? Does the Racer Tartarus look like a fighter jet? No, I don't think so. This one, okay. If you're gonna say this one looks like a fighter jet, I kind of see it. But if you're looking for a car that actually looks like a fighter jet, it's definitely this one. Because you can clearly see here that the front wheels and the front bumper is completely separate from the body. This one does look like a bomber. It looks like the B2. It looks like the B2 stealth bomber, but car-sized. Yeah. What is that car that has active aero? Is it me, or does anyone think C-class cars look more boring than Class D? Good point. No. No. The spoilers don't work! You son of a... Hey, at least now I know. At least now I know the car with the coolest active aero in the game. That's because D-class cars has cars like the 4C and the IDR. Yeah. Most of the cars in C-Class look like cars that you probably encountered. The D-Class cars are like where the interesting ones are. Maybe except for the show car. I guess you guys know already at this point that I'm a very big simp on this one. Okay, you'd say the TSRS. Where's the TSRS? You guys probably would say the TSRS. The TSRS doesn't work in... Unfortunately, the active arrow on the TSRS doesn't work in garage. But I'm pretty sure you guys know that this car basically works like side to side and then braking, right? Oh, you guys haven't seen nothing yet. If you guys are aware of Gran Turismo 7, you guys know about the SRT Tomahawk. Asfani? Wait. Oh, that's it? Oof. No. The car with the coolest active arrow in the garage is actually the Huayra BC. Which is actually a surprise to me. On the rear side, these two flaps add to the spoilers. Like there's a fixed spoiler and then there's this one. That doesn't look exciting, right? The front flaps as well. So it's a front arrow and the back arrow. I'm actually surprised there's no side arrow. Or rather there's no top arrow. But then again, this one has a clear roof. But then of course the Lamborghinis, they're supposed to look like fighter jets as well. So this is the Egoista. The engine vents open up. And then the spoilers flip open. The Terzo takes it a step further. So of course, let's be real, this car's kind of mid. The Terzo takes it a step further. These two slide backwards and then the spoiler flips up. But I also didn't realize that the side is also part of the arrow as well. So when it's going fast, it also slides backward. The Tomahawk looks like a peacock when it... Damn it, now I can't unsee. Yeah, to be honest, yeah, the Egoista kind of looks a little more cooler that way. Because the Egoista legitimately, because the vents on the engine basically tells you, you know, flight mode engaged or something. When the spoiler comes up, the exhauster... Oh, wait. Diablo? The Diablo. Where's the Diablo? Dang it. It's not viewable here. Oh well. Alright, you know what? Let's jump back to... Yeah, let's jump back to daily events. So somebody requested OC Showcase. Alright, let's do that. What's in the... Alright, you know what? Let's do it. Dang it, Paris! Fine, whatever. I actually don't know either where the Diablo come from. Dang it. I honestly wasn't expecting I actually wasn't expecting the Agera body or the Codex like that to show up in this decade. But I guess here we are. Kinda. Have you tried the... Hold on a minute, let me get that. Oh, sorry about that. Have you tried the... Oh, you want to talk about the most riced car in the game? And this one has no decal. This is like peak muscle car this is like peak muscle car if the Mustang RTR Formula Drift didn't exist in the game. Yeah, this one's like peak muscle car. I like it. It's even got the turbocharger and everything. My god. Anyway. Like turbo. What else? Wait. What else is in here? We got Holiday Overdrive. We got the... Oh, okay. I need to do this one. There's wait. There's an epic wildcard pack? This car needs an Evo. Bumblebee being infected by Venom Bee, like. This car needs an Evo, but with that body part. Yeah. I mean, the entire deal with Evo is that it's supposed to be like tuning. Like performance tuning. Actually, something very interesting. Did you guys know? If you guys looked up if you guys try to look up what the Ultima RS is actually, what the Ultima RS actually is, the Ultima RS is actually the Ultima RS can be bought as either a pre-assembled car or a kit car. What is a kit car? It's basically, you're basically buying the chassis of a car and then you DIY the entire thing. The Ultima RS, when you think about it, could be like, it could have been like the poster of Evo tuning if it was introduced today. But unfortunately, it was introduced like 2-3 years ago, so that ship sailed off. However, I actually discovered that there is this car known as the RR. It's called the Rhino Racing 1. The company name is called Rhino Racing. Yeah. So there's this company called Rhino Racing, and you can be. Wait, is that a Supra? Yeah, that's a Supra, alright. So yeah, Rhino Racing, something that came into my radar was like a car company that sells the RR01. Now, how much is the car? You pay $30,000 for the car, but you literally get no working parts. You supply your own engine, you supply your own stuff. It's a kit car. It's a fully kit car. There's no pre-assembly involved. So, yeah. There's no pre-assembly involved. You build it yourself. So basically, it's like PC building, but for cars. Alright. So I guess two more. Wait. So when you think about it, so if the RR01 exists, when you think about it, that could be like a good Evo car. Like, that could go like somewhere, maybe over here. Like, the car itself is like really, really low rank. And then the value of it is that it can compete with Platinum 1 cars if you Evo tune it. But it's like, it's incredibly difficult to collect. That would be a good one. And then the engine options are like very different. The engine options are very different. Like, you can go with a different set of engines, so like V8, V6, or maybe like stuff like that. You can choose you literally choose your own engine. Rev the engine, it goes 3 miles per hour. With a single cylinder 50cc go-kart engine. No, that's a good idea. You can fit a potato engine in there and make it compete with C-Class. So that you can wreck noobs in MP2. That's a good idea. Okay. Like, the RR01 is definitely a good car. The RR01 could be a really good car for Evo tuning, when you think about it. Alright. What the? Okay. Do you guys know the car with the longest name in the garage? It's not this one. Where is it? Somewhere here. Where is it? It's not here? Or is it in B class? I remembered when this name was scrolling. I think they changed it. Mustang RTR Spec 5 10th anniversary. Just call it Mustang RTR S5. Now, you get this thing. This is now the... No, wait. Another car that's actually considered as the longest name in the... This is pretty long as well. This is a pretty long name. But let me... Wait a minute. Let me... This is the only car... This is the only car with a scrolling name! In the garage! Like, sometimes the names do scroll in multiplayer, but this is the only car where the name actually scrolls in the garage. I remembered when the Porsche... Okay, for those who are not familiar, what is with this name? You know what? This is named wrong. If you're gonna take a close look, this is a Targa. If you want to name it right, just call it Porsche 911 Targa 50 years. That's it. Why do you have to include Porsche design? In Class B, at least they... In Class B, at least the monster that named this didn't... Where is it? At least you call it 911 Turbo 50 years. Alright? At least be consistent. Come on. You had one job. Where did the Porsche design come from? Just call it 911. Just call it 911 Turbo 50 years. This is like one of the longest names in the garage. And then of course there's the Veyron 16.9 Grand Sport Vitesse. And then suddenly, hello Hellcat, red eye, white body. Long ass name. I don't expect consistency in the game. Yeah, to be fair. Like, this is... Look at it! It's the only car with a scrolling name! This is the reason why they changed the font. They changed the font to Syra Condensed specifically for names like this. And then suddenly we get Charger SRT Hellcat red eye wide bot. You son of a... Okay, whatever. Okay. Iron Supers. Okay, wait. You see the name of the Pininfarina. Okay, at least let me see if it scrolls. Okay, no. At least this one is safe because it doesn't scroll. Alright, the name doesn't scroll, so it's okay. Cat Pack? Oh, it's Class D, I forgot. Is it a challenger? Oh, this one hold the record for one of the longest name for a while. But hey, at least it doesn't scroll. I'm not calling it 25th anniversary because it's already more than 25 years when this car came out. So I'm just gonna call that Countach Classic. Alright? So it's either stupid. Wait. Wait, the GT1 is still. Why is the GT1 featured? Why is the GT... Stupid names that don't fit. You stupid name. Shortest car name? It's probably the EMEA. R1. I mean the car's named GT. There's quite a lot of those. There's at least two cars with the name GT in it. At least. It wasn't featured last season when the Unleash came. I mean, technically the Unleash is still going for like at least one more week, so yeah. Cars with incredibly... Okay. I'm okay with this one because it's part of the name. Alright? But then again, Dodge. Charger SRT Hellcat Red Eye White Body. And even the trademark logo, the freaking trademark letter is also there. Oh my god. Berlinetta. Alright, let's do it. From Saleen, the S1, and then Ford GT. I still call it the Ford GT because there's quite a lot of cars. There's quite a lot. Whoa. Wait. Norway was featured in Festive Sparks. So that's why it has the Christmas decorations. Okay, that makes sense. Well, the shortest brand name. Probably. Because the car name is Hypercoupe. You can give it a custom name if you buy it. So technically you can just call it the X. Yeah. I mean, you can just, or you can do what Elon does and then just call it X. I mean, that's an option. I mean, he named his son starting with X, with weird-ass letters. He just loves the letter X, doesn't he? Yeah. Or yeah, I guess you can also name it that way. You can name it an emoji. Can I take this jump? Can I take this jump? Yes, I can take that jump. Alright, so I guess I've seen enough for now. Let us jump to multiplayer. I'm gonna play one round of multiplayer. Alright, and then we're gonna start the private lobby. Let's do classic slipstream. Some of you guys may have seen that post on my YouTube posts. I need a tip for stock Supra to win in this map. Yeah, unfortunately I got none for now. Wait, Buenos? Ah, darn it. Wait. Buenos in classic. God. Well, I guess you're gonna be in for you're gonna be in for a bad time. Kinda. I assure you. If you play Unbreakable multiplayer and if you play Unbreakable multiplayer and the track that it gives you is an agility track or a cornering track, you are cooked. Why? Bumper car lobby. That's why. Damn it. Extra spins. Alright. Plus 35. Interesting. There was a YouTuber that complained recently about where we unlock so many cars in many newer players unlock so many cars in this game, but they don't have enough credits to start up the cars. I dropped in their comment section, and here's something very interesting. If you're gonna look at the milestone rewards, and then add up all the credits that you get from the free tier, well, you don't have to do it yourself. I did it myself already. These are really, really weird numbers, but I'm gonna tell you that you're going to earn 800,000 credits, or actually no, 789,000 credits, which is a very weird number, but hey, at least it works. What else? If you play Team Pursuit and you're gonna come, wait, 75, 100, 125. This is 200,000, 400,000. Wait. 100,000. 100,000 plus 200,000 is 300,000. 300,000 plus 200,000 is 500,000. So that's 500,000. So 800,000 plus 500,000 is 1.3 million. All right. If you play Gauntlet at least once every day, yeah, if you play Gauntlet at least once every day, you get 250,000. That's a million. So after 4 days, that's a million, right? So that's now 2.3 million. Yeah, 2.3 million. And then if you're gonna do the credits heist and then claim it every day for 4 days, that's 2 million. So that is 4.3 million. Yes, correct. So in total, you're gonna get 4.3 million. This is what I do. Once every 2 weeks. Yeah, once every 2 weeks. 4.3 million is like the guaranteed. But if you're not gonna be talking about some special events like this one, obviously you're gonna get big bank as well. But this is not always like guaranteed. Sometimes it varies, right? I would usually allocate 6.5 million because if you're going to get a 6-star car, like for example, let's look at the Fujo Onyx. Here we go again. If you look at the Fujo Onyx, you get like 1.6 million, right? 1.6 million times 5. If you're gonna add all of this, this is 6.5 million. This is 6.5 million is enough for you to upgrade all of these stats to stage 13. Or hear me out. For an S-Class car, they usually cost like 2.25 million. So if you add that, that's like 8 million. No, 9 million. That is enough to get you at least 3 stage 13 upgrades. So I strategically save my credits once every 2 weeks, so 6.5 million, to spend on an A-class or an S-class Epic 6 car to star up. Notice over here, I have this car at 5 stars, and yet for some reason I don't have it at 5 stars. Like, this is only stage 10. The reason is because this car is super efficient if you upgrade it from 0 to stage 10, and then buy all of its stage upgrades. But the moment you start buying for stage 5 and stage 6, it's like no longer EXP efficient. Or it's still EXP efficient if you have like a bucket load of epics ready to go. Which most likely not everyone has. So I only do that like once every 2 weeks, which is the reason why I'm able to keep up with the 100,000 EXP every day. But all the other days, well, where is it? All the other days, okay, yeah. So yeah, this is in line with uncommon for performance, rare for... You upgrade uncommon for performance reasons, and then you upgrade the car for rare if you want to milk it for EXP. Yeah, that's basically the logic that I'm going there every time. B-class also is at, like... If you're gonna count the number of B-class cards that exist right now, like B-epic cars, they're actually the 3rd most abundant car class, or rather car rarity in the game. Next to A-class Epic 6 and S-class Epic 6. But let's be real. No free-to-play player is going to own every single Epic 6 car. Under normal circumstances, if you're only going to count the cars that you can obtain, realistically speaking, you're only going to be able to get up to a Chiron, maxed out. Notice how all of these cars I have past the Chiron, not you, all of the other cars that are past the Chiron are all like, they're not exactly maxed out. So under normal circumstances, you're not gonna own it. You're not gonna own all of these. Well, not you two either. Under normal circumstances, you're not gonna own all of them. So realistically speaking, B class is like your best, is basically your best money farming, your best EXP farming class. But more specifically, B class epic. All right. I'm gonna play one more race, and then we're gonna jump to private lobby with India, because I know some of you are like dying to play India like right now. Sorry about the daily events part. Okay. Yeah, most likely. I mean, I do have a head start, so... And hey, here's the thing. Here's one good reason to participate in the CCXR special HUD. Even if you don't unlock the car, if you star up the car, you're getting free EXP. Starting up the car is gonna get you EXP as well. So even if you don't upgrade, you're gonna get a crap ton of EXP. At stage 6, you get 65,000 EXP. Yeah. I have not been tracking the amount of EXP amounts for every star ups. But starting up a 6, if you star up an S-class 6-star car, if you start up an S-class Epic 6 car, that is a lot of EXP. And if you didn't buy dang it, I got deviled. Fine, I'll just slipstream you. You're mine, devil. Ah, not the nearest emote. I got devil, damn it. I guess I'm not toxic enough. Sorry, I'm not venomous enough, I guess. Okay, for real, one more race. I think some of you may have seen my post, my YouTube post. The simplest joy in Asphalt. Slipstreaming behind the devil and reaching peak speeds with the venom. Like, I was able to reach like 600 kilometers per hour with the venom, which in American terms is like 375 miles per hour. Reaching 600 kilometers per hour in the devil in Cairo. Because I'm too poor for a devil. Way to ruin it, I guess. America, F yeah. You know, I showed this card to a friend who's like living in America. He's like, why did you paint your card like that? Because it's America. Alright, where's the white? I'm sorry, there's no white carbon fiber option in this game, so I can't do that. Alright, got him. Yes! What the? Oh, where is DS? Halo YouTube, thank you for joining in. Where's DS? Okay, I looked at the season calendar. Drive Syndicate is supposed to show up this Tuesday. Somebody launched it by accident. Yeah, somebody probably launched it by accident. So they turned it off. So it's not there anymore, unfortunately. Alright. Didn't ring. Okay. Alright, so for those who are interested in private lobby, I guess let's explore India. Let's start medium spicy for now. Oh wait, I'm already in India. Spice circuit. Yeah, let's start medium spicy. That somebody must have been fixed. That somebody must have been the guy who forgets to turn off the the star requirements on Black Friday. Okay. Alright. So, I guess B class open rank for now. What is a card I can... I think it's Go Slipstream. That's the setting I put there, so... Okay. What is a fast card that I have again? Oh! Wait, why are you heavy? Okay, fine. Yeah, this is something I didn't like about the upgrade. The update. They rebalanced the weight distribution of some cars. Now my normal multiplayer weight is like is actually considered as heavy. Yeah, look at this. 1420 is now considered heavy. Off. So I need to use the lightweight flywheels now. This is my multiplayer build. Can it go slightly heavier? Dang it. Okay, whatever. Alright. So we got cow, we got ATS. Oh, you got nothing. You don't have a faster car. All right. Oh, that's okay. All right, let's explore India. So this is the one that we saw in the trailer. I'm gonna do a pro gamer move. I'm gonna jump this way, because why not? Ah, see ya. Did I turn off? Wait, I think I turned off Ghost Slipstream. Oh, Ghost Slipstream is actually active. Okay. Ah, got him. Alright, so while we wait for ATS, which for some reason he's using a Boxster. There's actually something very interesting about this track. So if you take the sides, that is how you're going to take the faster route. But I noticed that taking this route on the other way, taking this route on the other way is actually more difficult. That is, if you take these two jumps at the same time, it's easy to take these two jumps at the same time in this area. But if you go the other way, taking those two jumps is a little difficult. Not until you click their profile. Okay. I mean, he pressed ready on that one, so yeah. So no surprise there. Something very interesting about that section with the two-tier roads is that if you go on the top, you guys know about the airport in Greenland. The cargo plane passes. Okay, wait. This is fun. You guys might have noticed. You guys might have noticed, because of this festivity that's going on in this village, there are some breakables that you can hit, and then it splatters the color all over the car. So normally it's just regular white dirt or gray dirt. This is like the first time that we actually get colored dirt. Well, I wouldn't exactly say that's color. It's just colored smoke. That's it. So yeah, this is like the first time we get colored debris on the car. Yeah. It's either if you I don't know if it's either you pass through those fireworks. Yeah, if you pass through those fireworks. But I'm pretty sure that there are some breakables. There are like carts that are filled with that stuff. If you break it, it splatters all over your car and you get that detail, which is really interesting. All right. So back to the race. I figured that if you have a relatively agile car, you can take this side, the outer side. Or if you have a car that has a harder time turning, you can take the right side of I forgot who is this. The trailer said it's Gamesh or something. Yeah, there he is. Okay, wait. Yeah, so you hit the stuff and then it creates smoke. I guess in certain graphics settings, this can be distracting to some degree. So this can be I think this could be a game mechanic. Like it obscures opponent's visions in some way, like smoke screen. It's the statue of Lord Ganesha. All right, got it. So these cards over here. Wait, where is it? These cards over here with the umbrella. Yeah, if you hit those, that's what's gonna cause this effect. Now, unfortunately, if you go outside and then you go and you display it here, well, of course, obviously they're just gonna remove the debris. They're gonna remove the dirt stuff. All right. So we're gonna do one more race. This time I'm not gonna. All right. Okay, that makes sense. So we're gonna do that race again, but this time I'm probably gonna take a different route. Or you can run through the waterfall. Temerario TMR jump scare. Wait, she's got arm. Where did I hear that name? Oh, Aris Cheese God. Right. So there's the fast lane and then there's the drift lane, I guess. So this one, the two-tier area about this one. So there's a waterfall here. If you drive through the waterfall, you get put to one side, which is actually pretty neat. But something that I discovered is that the bottom lane actually has more stunts. So if you're using a car that's nitro reliant, I guess the bottom lane is actually better. Then the jungle area is actually pretty straightforward. Lay wall riding section, I guess. I'm gonna take the right side because why not? Dang it. GG. It'll clean the color powder in the dirt if you run through the water. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Alright. So that's the one in the trailer. Let's jump to the other way. Whispering Falls Run. This one, Whispering Falls Run is going to go through it's basically going to go the other way, and this time it actually goes through the village and the jungle first. I might actually I'm gonna release a video maybe in the coming days, probably Thursday or Sunday, where I'm gonna compare the what is this? I'm gonna measure the performance. Oh, the Avaya, nice. Now the reason why I chose the Enzo is actually oh, this one's actually pretty interesting. I think this is the first track. This is the first 90-second track where the finish line is not the same as the starting line. You guys will be surprised. The starting line actually starts inside of that temple, right? Yeah, the starting line starts inside the temple. You'll be surprised where the finish line is actually in. I'm actually not sure what that stuff is. I think it's called. I think it's just colored smoke that produces colored dirt or something. Hello, Himalayas jump. Because why not? The bottom, yeah, the bottom part of this 2-tier road actually has more jumps at the bottom. That's one thing that I noticed. Alright, here it comes. This is the really tricky part. If you take this jump, and then take this jump, there's a large possibility that you can't take the speed route here. Wait, I actually did, damn it. No, if you take 2... Come on, am I gonna get it? Yes! Yeah, here's the thing. It actually finishes at the statue. It actually finishes at the Ganesha statue. Not inside the temple, which is pretty weird. Arno Broy, thank you for joining in. If you would like to join in for running through India, please do. All right, so I'm gonna take a let's run through this again and then take a different route. When you think about it, this layout is actually kind of similar to Singapore. No, it's similar. It's more similar to Cairo actually. Like there's an outer ring. And then there's like one section that is forcing you to drift a lot. And then there's like an inner ring. There's like inner sets of roads. Oh damn, that's disappointing. And just like Sonic logic, if you take the high ground, you're more likely to go faster. Well, more likely. I'm not saying all the time. The cave system is actually pretty interesting because it doesn't. Taking the high road doesn't allow you to go faster all the time. So I guess this time I'm gonna take the high road, kinda. And this is where I'm gonna say, yeah, this one. The waterfalls is pretty interesting. Actually, in classic multiplayer, I think that 2-tiered road is actually pretty interesting because that actually offers a lot of opportunities to perform like vertical takedowns, vertical KOs. Come on. Got back from a midnight snack. All right, Scribbles, if you'd like, please join in for some exploration of India, I guess. Jumping out of bounds for no reason. All right. So let's change the map for a bit. Hey Pante, thank you for joining in. Spice Circuit, T-Rush. Okay, this one's interesting. T-Rush actually starts inside of the... T-Rush actually explores the cave system. T-Rush and Village Festivity Race. Alright. 1% Scribbles. You know, I finally realized the name 1% is actually your club. I actually didn't realize that. Okay. Actually, you know what? You know what? All right, sure. Why not? The reason why I use the Enzo in this one is because this track actually has a lot of jumps. And you guys know about the flywheels, right? The flywheel upgrades in this with the Enzo, yeah. That's the reason why I went with the Enzo in this one, because there's a lot of jumps. Get Scrib. It's like, I know Scrub is actually an insult. My Enzo 3 stars. Oof. Actually, here's something really weird. You guys know where I got the epics for the Enzo? It's not from an event. It's actually from the Fordzilla event. The Enzo, what is this? The Fordzilla SE. If you have the Enzo at 5 stars, it's gonna give you enough epics to actually get the card gold. Every other car that time was only gonna give you like 4. That event, the Fordzilla event, was actually the one that gave me enough epics to actually get this card of gold. That's where I got it. So there wasn't a dedicated Evo event. It was just kind of snuck into the Fordzilla event. Why did I spin like that? All right. So I think I should have. Yeah, for some reason the drift route is actually faster on the temple one. It's kind of weird. You're in. Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it. Lake Ghost. On the cave system, I think if you... Here's the thing. The entrance to the cave, the north entrance to the cave, features a U-turn. Right? It's a big U-turn. So you obviously, by normal standards, you're going to take the inner lane on the U-turn, like the shortest lane. However, if you're gonna enter the cave system, you have to go to the very edge, like on the outer lane. I think that is the fastest way. That is the fastest route in the cave system. I think that's what I explored a while ago. If this is like the end, if you're entering from the north side, so T-Rush and then I forgot the others. Scribbles were waiting on you. Oh, okay. You got the jet plane car. Nice. And also, the thing about that one is like, it's not only the fastest, it's also the one that has the most jumps. I think. I could be wrong, but we're gonna try that. Right, so take the inner lane. And then where the winds meet, not the game, you take the outer lane. And then this... Oh dang, I actually left you guys in the dust. And I got respawned as well. So I think this is the fastest lane. Or that's the fastest way out of the cave. I think. I could be wrong. But then again, realistically speaking, I think getting the cave right is not as easy as you think. I mean, it looks easy, but So I get it. For drift, I think for drift cars or cars with reasonably good handling, yeah, cars with reasonably okay drift, I think taking the drift, the drift lanes are actually better, I think. All right. Drift lanes. So let me check the maps. So T-Rush, wait. So there's T-Rush and Village Festivity. I'm glad the track is wide. Yeah, like so T-Rush and Tigra Trail enters the cave. Excuse me. Tigra Trail and T-Rush enters the cave from the north side. All right. Appalling handling troll car. All right. So I guess next one we're gonna do Village Festivity. No. Wait. Yes. Zero three. Okay. Why not? Sure. No problem. Big bra moment. Ramps everywhere. Because why not? Oh. Pro gamer move. Can I get both jumps? Yes, nice. So I think if you enter from the south side, I think the faster one is you start from the left side, and then from the right side you jump down, and then you keep going to the right side. Oh darn it, I missed it. Oh no, I landed in the grass, dang it. Hello, Scrib. Lay wall ride. Because why not? Alright, nice. The heck, why does it automatically go that way? Weird. +1 cursed race with the Glicken house. Alright. Alright, you know what? Let's try you know what? I'm gonna try another car for this one. Dang it! Okay. I knew it. I knew that was a cursed car. If you select the null Porsche, it crashes your game? Really? That's weird. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna have to open. Yeah, before. I guess that's a bug that I. Yeah, I guess that's a new bug. Alright. It crashed on. Dang. So that car's cursed. Dang it. Okay. 70XOCW. Wait. It almost said cow for some reason. Yeah, it almost says cow for some reason. I don't think the devs like the final democratically voted result. Yeah, that's why they made it cursed, maybe. I'll be honest. If you're gonna look at the rear side, if you're gonna look at the rear side of the Porsche, like there's like 3 options for the rear side of the rear bumper of the Porsche. There's like option A, B, and C. Is that even a question? Shouldn't option B for the rear bumper be the obvious choice? Because come on, it's like we know what the 918 Spider looks like. So what did you want the Porsche of Legends 918 to look like? More of that instead of departing so heavily, right? Okay. For those who are, yeah, you know what? You know what? Let's troll a little bit. Wait, where's the game mode? Slipstream. You know, actually, something that you guys may have noticed. I think your last race option actually stays. That is actually something interesting. So I quit the game. So the game crashed, and then this is the last race that we were on. Like this is the last track that we were on. The second, the settings persisted. Like when I quit when the game crashed and then I went back in, the settings is still the same. I didn't have to modify anything. I guess that's a good thing, I guess. So yeah, you know what? Looking at this one now, I think now I get it. The 2 options in the road, the outer road is actually the one for this. The outer road is for speed, and then the inner road is for drifting. The inner road seems to be shorter. So if you have a drift car or a car that can easily drift, I think that is the better option. That's one thing I noticed. So I'm gonna change up to the McLaren F1 for now. Alright, let's go. I'm in the belief that if you're designing a car, aesthetically, what should be the most important part of the car? Aesthetically, it should be the rear car. It should be the rear side. Because that's the side of the car that you're going to look at 90% of the time. So even in a speed-oriented game mode, it seems like the drift. Dang it! Even in a speed-oriented game mode, it seems like the drift routes are overall faster if you can actually turn. Because that's another problem. You don't always have a car that can turn. Like it's a speed track, so you're more likely to choose a speed-based car. Sorry. It's definitely a speed track, and you don't always have a speed-based car. So if you have a car that actually does better cornering, then you can choose the drift options. Now, obviously, you would prefer to actually have a speed-based car. Yeah, I actually took the wrong route there, unfortunately. So let me test out that theory. So, Cow, you stay there with that car, and I'm gonna choose another car. I'm gonna choose a agility-based car. I think agility cars still work in this track, even if this track is built for speed. Where is it? It's like that Osaka section where the twisty section is faster than the speed section given the right car. Yes. So therefore, any car can work as long as you know the right option for that car. So. I knew it! So the drift section is faster! Holy fudge cake! Now, obviously, by the time it reaches here, and he's still able to catch up, obviously, I'm gonna lose. So, there's that. There's that option. So, I knew it. Even if you're using a car that isn't built for speed, it can still work. It's just that you just have to choose your routes smarter. Yeah. So they're still kind of neck and neck, but not really. Just Ghost? Oh, okay. Alright then, no problem. Because the northeast and south side definitely has those differing tracks. So it's definitely a speed track for sure. Yeah, it's definitely a speed track for sure. But it doesn't leave out the agility cars. Alright, I'm gonna clip that. But then again, I chose the wrong route, so kek. So I guess that's a discovery, kinda. Dang it! I landed wrong. Well, I guess this is also another high. When you think about it, this is also kind of a high-risk track. If you screw up, or rather, there are many chances for you to screw up. So if you do screw up, well, you're gonna get wrecked. But then there's also a chance that other opponents are gonna screw up as well. So there's that. Want to try Venom? Sure, why not? Actually, before we try a Venom, let's try, okay, we're gonna uncap this to A class for now, then jump back to slipstream, and then change the option. So this time, flying through Cascades and Tigra Trail. Oh, this is an interesting race. I tried this a while ago, and this is an interesting race. So let's do that. So this time it's A class. The fastest car that I do have for A class, I think, is the Imola. I'm gonna risk my neck if I use the Fortzilla. You know what? I'm just gonna use Amola for now. All right. In classic multiplayer or in classic multiplayer or Unbreakable, I think that the cave is gonna be a mayhem. Entering the like, there's like so many paths for you to take that if you get blocked by one, if you get blocked in one area, if you get blocked in one jump, you have to take another jump. You're gonna be forced to take another jump. So obviously, if you're fast enough to actually reach that jump, that would be great. But that's not always an option. Lay floaty. Yeah, the grass also. There's also the grass component there. You actually drift around. Yeah, you actually drift around the waterfall there. So interesting enough, I think Tigra Trail and the reverse of this is actually a very short track. It's like incredibly short, so yeah, there's that. Alright, so let's try. I would say that this is like, it's the shortest, but I would say that it's flying through cascades. Alright. It's like a short track, but then I would say that's also it's also somewhat problematic in a way. The frigging waterfall is gonna throw people off. Like, it obscures your vision big time. So I'm gonna take the inner turn, and then you take the outer turn. What if I take a barrel jump? Obviously, the big yikes there is that you can't. If you take the barrel jump, the fake ass barrel jump, I guess you can't take the high ground anymore. So it's over, Anakin. You lost the high ground. You underestimate my power. Don't try it. Oh damn! You crashed. Damn it. I guess for Slampig Magoo, I guess this is gonna be his new, what is this? I think this is gonna be his new, orgy map or something. So, Slampig Magoo, another YouTuber that I follow, another small YouTuber that I follow, he's like, at the end of his streams, he usually do, like, a classic what is this? Collisions only slipstream. Which is like pain. And they go for like 4 laps with the slowest cars. Yeah, that's really insane. Alright. Somehow the car physics, like the Porsche GT2 on drugs. Damn. Alright, what are the next tracks? Oh! The GP tracks. Those look pretty long for GP tracks when you think about it. You know what? Let's try that. Why not? Fields of Velocity and Fast and Colorful. Interesting. Wait. Fields of Velocity is just FOV. Yeah, many of these track names you can shorten into acronyms. I wonder if this actually can finish in 40 seconds. I feel like a lot of these can finish in 40 seconds. What the heck? Oh, this one's restricted to. Oh, this one's restricted to the speed route. Got him! Yes! Dang it! Can it do floaty? Dang it, I can't do floaty here. But it's still pretty fast though. I'm not gonna make it, I'm not gonna make. Dang it. So close, I almost didn't make it. Wait! No. No. This is a track that... This is a 1 minute track that actually lasts more than 1 minute? You gotta be... This is the next This is gonna be one of the next GP tracks. Absolute S-lock. Damn. Oof. This is a GP track that lasts more than... Wait. This is a 60-second track. But it lasts more than 60 seconds. When every 60... Wait. These tracks are usually in GP. And sometimes in... Oh no. This is a car hunt track. Oh no! Probably 1 minute for the Imperium. Makes sense, yeah. This is a car hunt track. A car hunt track shouldn't last more than a minute. Oh my god, this is not good. I swear, if they're going to feature this on the CCXR special hunt, I'm gonna lose my mind. Let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope it's not on the 1-star or the 2-star. Okay. Fields of Velocity. I mean, it makes sense. It's called Fields of Velocity. What about Fast and Colorful? You know what? Let's try Fields of Velocity again, since you got wrecked there. This one starts inside the cave. That's what I noticed. At the rate that we're going, we're gonna have cars with top speed of 600. I think... Okay, wait. I think the game's top speed caps out at 600. Because I had that YouTube post where I screenshotted the Venom running at 600 kilometers per hour. And it couldn't go faster than that. So I think 600 is the limit. Can I get this jump again? Can I get this jump again? Yes! I have to say, that... Okay, you actually survived. Nice. That's one of those... I'll be honest, that's one of those trap ramps. Like, you think it's gonna go in a certain direction, but no, it actually takes you somewhere else. It's like that ramp in Auckland. That's a ramp that's designed to trap you. Like, if you take the ramp... Holy fudge cake, that's not how that's supposed to go. Basically, it's those ramps that actually... Where you take the ramp, and then you have no idea where it's going the first time. That's a trap ramp. I'm driving looking at the minimap and... Oof. Damn. Yeah, you almost got wrecked there. Wait, is this you? Yeah. You almost got wrecked there. So, yeah, that ramp is a big oof. Alright. Fast and Colorful. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a reference to Fast and Furious, I guess. But really, I think it's called Fast and Colorful because it goes through the village. I mean, yeah. Oh, that's a nice view. That's a nice view of the... Wait, no. Rocketing to the future, not really. I swear, this cliff is going to be the source of many people trying to KO people vertically. For those who are not familiar, vertical KO or vertical knockdown is basically you flatten someone from above. In case you guys are not familiar with the term. On this side, it's okay. On this side, it's okay. But if you go the other way, the counterclockwise version, you can't see it. That freaking rep is a trap. It's like Admiral Akbar from Star Wars. It's a trap. Oh damn, you got wrecked. Oh. I swear, if they use this as car hunt tracks, my god. Oh no. The Supra car hunt. Because something that you will notice is that the outer ring of India actually takes 1 minute and 40 seconds. And that's not even through the city. Alright. I mean, to be fair, it's like this is our first time running through these tracks, so it kind of makes sense. All right, let's take. I guess now. Wait. I'm gonna uncap the rank. Get your best car, I guess. Get your fastest car. If you have a devil, I'm pretty sure you're gonna use it anyway. So yeah. Gloomspire Hollow. And since you requested the Venom, alright, I'm gonna use the Venom. Like, yeah, to be fair, it's like a much bigger track than expected. Yeah, it's a much bigger track than expected. A 90-second track, it takes 100 seconds. Yeah. Gloomspire Hollow. So this one definitely starts at the bridge, and then it's gonna U-turn into the cave. Yeah, that screenshot that I got it from a replay where I said the simplest joy of Asphalt. Dang it. You get no joy. The simplest joy of Asphalt. Slipstreaming behind the devil and reaching peak speeds in the Venom in the Cairo track. Notice I mentioned simplest joy. Because I don't have because I don't own a devil. Let's see if I can get the new trap wrap. Oh. Stupid Venom Tornado. Sorry. F5 Tornado. That's actually more correct. Is this gonna throw any curveballs? Oh! Yeah, I actually thought that was a curveball. Weird. I was thinking that that was gonna be like an epic final dash finish or something to the cliffs, but no. Oof. That was a little disappointing. Yeah, you know what? I think Holy Havoc is actually a better one. Oh, she devil, she rebel, she Venom. And of course you're gonna bring the Venom. Alright then. Ooh, she devil, she rebel, she venom. I have a clip. I think, of me playing with Sephia. I think I wasn't exactly on the stream. Oh, this one. Okay, this one's interesting. Got him. Stupid Venom Tornado. F5 Tornado, sorry. Got that floaty drift. I'll be legitimately honest. I think the better floaty drift paradise is still Shanghai. Though that's only because we're more familiar with Shanghai than this track. Whoa! F5 Tornado, yeah, let's go! That's the first F5 Tornado I did in India. Yay. I have a strange feeling that you're not experienced with the devil yet. Oh damn. Damn it. Oh, you also respawn, damn. Damn, you took the high ground. Imagine playing slipstream mode and you don't slipstream behind opponents. What the heck? Alright. Damn, no. Hey, at least the 2-minute track actually took 2 minutes. Oh, wait, does a higher start devil actually get better with acceleration? Wait. Oh, 76 acceleration. That actually makes sense. Usually anything below 80 is actually not good. But realistically speaking, after acceleration, there's not much to improve here. I mean, maybe except for nitro. Is this mid-engined? Yeah, I think this one's mid-engined. Alright, I guess one more race before we finish the stream. That's some perfectly timed YouTube moment. It has fade acceleration in the air. Air acceleration is a slow ground acceleration, unlike any car. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, I guess that's one good reason. That's one good justification why I didn't buy the Devil ASAP. That floaty drift. Got that F5 tornado again. God dang it. if you go too fast on the speed, or if you go too fast on the speed route, you end up crashing on the corner. Damn. Dang it. The entrance to the cave via the south side is a pain. Okay, so now I know it's actually faster to take the left side if entering from the south side. Now that's better. I guess you guys are probably not going to encounter the 120-second tracks that often in multiplayer, which it almost never shows up. But if a future car hunt riot, maybe for those I don't know what the car hunt right now for the Supra is, but I feel like it's a car hunt. It's a car hunt there. Also, the Devil is often faster to stay on the ground, and Shockwave. The heck? That is so weird. I mean, when you think about it, I think the Devil is actually a pretty heavy car when you think about it. All right, so I guess that's all for now. For the private lobby, I'm gonna have to end the stream now. All right. Dang it! Why is this here? I don't own the Devil. Wait a minute. How much is my Gokens right now? I want to see. Wait, Legend Store. Okay, that's disappointing. Wait, where's my Gokens? Where is my Gokens? Dang it! I've been spending too much on it on the Apollo Evo, I think. Whenever I finish a Gauntlet season, I would typically spend it on epics on the Apollo Evo, and then maybe the F1. What time is it in my place? It's currently 2:30 right now. Yeah. All right. No, don't give me the Devil. Give me the Chiron. Okay. So for those who are currently watching, yeah. Hold on a minute before I end the stream. Hold on a minute. Are there any new subscribers or more people who like the video? Hold on a minute. Let me check. Okay, no, there's none. All right, that's okay. Are there any new likers? Okay, that's okay. Notifications. They're gonna steal your. Can we get a Rio de Janeiro in Asphalt Legends? Same layout as A8. I did notice A8's Barcelona track layout in the cave system. Yes. They're gonna steal your car before the race. Okay, whatever. Sure. Holiday overdrive, minimum underdrive. Sometimes I say like, want to race you today. Yeah, you're welcome. It's like, what is that? They say minimum. I say maximum overdrive, and then I say minimum overdrive, or something. I don't know. Anyway, so for those who are currently watching, all I can say is I guess thank you for exploring India with me, kind of, even if it's like 3 guys. I guess that's totally fine. So I guess for now, for this season and maybe the next season, for the future private lobbies, it's probably gonna be mostly India, since people are gonna be trying to figure out what figuring out the route meta. But of course, I understand that PWO exists, so there's that. Anyway, so all I can say is, if you haven't subscribed already, please do. But unfortunately, I'm not going to acknowledge your subscription on stream at this point. Probably it's gonna be next week. So, next week it's probably going to be Wednesday when I'm gonna be streaming, and most likely I'm gonna be streaming with, it's most likely going to be I think Drive Syndicate has already started by then, which would be great. So I'm definitely gonna be streaming that. But of course, I'm still gonna be posting a video of me trying to race through India in Drive Syndicate. So that would be nice. So don't worry about it. And of course I'm gonna be posting. I keep saying this, but then again, I end up not doing it for some reason. So I do have a video project right now that I'm doing right now that isn't shorts related. Two of them actually, in fact. One of them is the best of 2025. So basically trying to imitate the music video of the King of the Hill for Asphalt Legends. DS India map with the initial Chimera and initial stages. Yeah, since you said it actually showed up for like 15 minutes earlier today. Yesterday. Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, so I have a planned best of 2025, which features most of the cars that have been featured throughout this year, which would be really great. I'm gonna make a music video out of it, based on, if you guys remember the Asphalt Legends Unite intro. Yeah, it's gonna be based on that one. It's basically in the similar music video format that I did with the what is this? What was that? The benchmark video, where I basically ran through the entire. I ran through the entire gauntlet of tracks from Rome all the way to at the time all the way until Chicago. At the time until Chicago. I guess this time it's gonna feature San Diego. It's gonna feature San Diego, and of course India. I mean, technically India is not a part of the 2025 roadmap because, like, best of 2025, it's technically India is technically part of 2026 technically, but I'm gonna include it anyway because why not? And since at that point I have not unlocked any, at this point I have not unlocked any cars for this season yet, it's gonna feature the Chimera for sure. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, so do subscribe for my stuff, and also please follow my social media. Yes, follow my social media on other channels as well. There's stream elements via Linktree, and I guess for now, I guess thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next week. So next week I'm gonna be streaming Wednesday instead. All right, take care.